So today we're doing a project with Asher's homeschool group, and once a year they pick a. Last year was pick a state, wasn't it, Tammy?
Yes, last year we picked a state, and we were doing U.S. history. This year we're doing ancient world history.
Okay, so this year they're doing ancient world history, and last year we picked a state, and we had to cook some food from that state. And this year we picked a country. We picked Germany, and Asher has built that, that's a German flag, and did a little report. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna grill some bratwurst and cook some pretzels. So evidently, and I'll show you the pretzels and bratwurst when we get them done. But there's the pretzels, and Tammy's doing something called a Black Forest cake. I had to go get the ingredients for it. It sounds delicious. I don't know how to do it, but I can tell you what ingredients are in it. It's a chocolate cake, cherry pie filling, shaved chocolate. Would you have to use the heavy whipping cream for your cake batter?
So you make a frosting with the powdered sugar, heavy whipping cream, vanilla extract. That's what I was just reading. So that's part of, and it called for fudge sauce, and then it called for them. I never say it right. Maraschino cherries on top. So, and I'll show you after it's
when she's done.
It's gonna be very rich.
And then I'm gonna grill some brats. I bought 3 packages of brats. And we're going to take brats, pretzels, and that chocolate cake, that Black Forest chocolate cake, to our little homeschool group tonight. And anyway, I'm going to bring y'all along with my grilling. And a lot of people don't charcoal grill anymore. And a lot of people don't know how to charcoal grill. I don't know how many times I've grilled at work or grilled with a friend, and they don't know how to put the charcoal in, I don't know how to put the lighter in. And I'll just show my way. And my dad taught me this way, and I'm just going to bring you along. I'll see you in a little. Okay. Fix to start my grilling process, and like I said, I was going to show people. I know a lot of people know how to charcoal, and some people don't like charcoaling. But before I do, I want to introduce y'all to my newest rooster. Didn't know he was a rooster, so when I ordered my last meat chickens from McMurray Farms, they sent what they called a surprise gift, and what it was just another chicken. Didn't know the name or anything. Well, he ended up being a rooster, and I didn't know it until he started crowing the other day. Well, I say about a month ago. And I had originally tried to save him because I thought he was a hen, and I put him in there with these little red ones right here. This was a couple of months ago, and they whooped on him and had him scared. So I took him back out, and I said, well, I'll just let him run with the older chickens since they're not as aggressive. Well, then he started crowing. I said, oh, he's a boy. Well, he finally got big enough where he's the boss of them girls now, and he loves them. And they get put up at night under that net, but I let them out during the day to free range, and he is always right there with them. And he even hangs out at the gate if they're not out. So I was like, what am I gonna name him? Well, he looks like what my grandparents used to have, some old chickens called Dominicker chickens. And I don't know if that's what he is or not. But I named him Dominic. I thought that'd be a good name for a rooster, Dominic. Look at him over there chasing them girls. He's in heaven right now. And then there's another one that my neighbor's chicken, Rudy. Right there, that's old Rudy. He's my buddy. Hey, Rudy. Where you going, Rudy, Roo? Well, that may not be Rudy. That may be Rudy out there. Because Rudy don't run from you. He's friendly. I don't know where Rudy is. That guy's got my neighbor, he's got a couple of them beautiful chickens. They're part game rooster and part something else. Some of them's mean. And some of them pretty nice, and Rudy, he's real nice. He'll come up and let you pet him. If he ever comes around, I'll let y'all meet him. So anyway, I'm just gonna get back to this grilling. Whenever I grill somebody that really hadn't done charcoal much, they'll just pour their charcoal in here and then sprinkle charcoal lighter fluid on it and then light it. Well, what I do, especially with Kingsford is, in my opinion, the best charcoal you can buy. I know other people have other kinds they like, but I like Kingsford. It's hard to do anything one-handed. There we go. Anyway, my opinion is Kingsford is the best. If I can get it open. All right. And normally Home Depot around the holidays sell like the 20-pound bags, 2 for $12, $14. Not very much. It's a good deal. So I usually get several double bags. I'll probably get, I don't know, 10, and it lasts me most of the year. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get it all in a little pile. And cooking brats, you don't want it real hot, because you got a lot of pork fat in them, so they'll pop open and get your charcoal on fire. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get them all in a pile. Now, like I say, other people may have other ways. This is my way, and it works pretty good. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook it. Let me get straight here. I'm gonna cook it, get this charcoal ready like I want it. And then I'm gonna spread it out this side over and have a warm side and a cold side, or cool side, not really a cold side. This is an old homemade grill that a friend of mine made. Pretty nice old stainless grill. I got a PK, and I can't tell you why, but it won't sit in the frame. This old frame that came with it, every time you sit it on there, it just goes down. I don't know if something's bent or broke, and hadn't really had a chance to look it over. But anyway, what I do is I get my charcoal lighter fluid, and I just put it on there. Make sure I get it in the middle. And then just let it soak for about 5 minutes. Actually about 3. And then put just a little dab more on there, just to wet the top. Light it up. I'll put my grill back on top and cook it and sterilize it. I love to cook with wood. Always. This is some leftover hickory. It just gives a good. I don't really need a lot of smoke, so I'm not going to try to put anything in there to smoke. Like that wet wood there, if I put that in there, that's cherry. If I put that in there, it would smoke really good. I'm not really smoking anything, but I do want a hickory flavor. So I'll reach over here into my bag of little hickories, and I'm just gonna get just one. And they're not green, but they're not dry either. I'd say they're in between green and dry. And just get it. And that over there, some of that's some leftover cherry. And it's gonna burn up super quick because it's almost gone anyway. But I want this to just give it bratwurst a little bit of hickory smell, flavor, taste. And another thing on your brushes, if you use these kind of wire brushes, I wouldn't use them past, say, a couple of years. These little metal things will start falling out and get into your food. So if you clean with a grill brush and you use one of these, I suggest throwing them away about every 2 years, if not sooner. If they start looking like they're coming apart or something, Might throw it away sooner than that. There's old Waylon. You come outside with Daddy? Come on. Now when I come back, the charcoal will be white, and I'll spread the, I'll wait and turn the camera on before I do anything else, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off for right now. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna set this grill on top so it can be cooking and cleaning itself. I've already wire brushed it pretty good. Anyway, I'll take this off, spread the fire coals out like I want, set it back down, and I'll set my brats and bring y'all along later. My charcoal is ready to spread out. As you can see, everything's burning good. So I'm gonna set this, well, I'm gonna sit right here just so it's out of the way. There's my brats right there. And what I want to do is I want a cool space too. Now if this was the PK and I was going to cook a larger area, I'd spread these all the way out. But since I'm just cooking, I'm only going to use half of it. It's always good to have you a cool space, always. Like I say, these brats, they're fatty, and if they ever start busting, which they will, and start dripping fire, dripping fat, then they're gonna start a fire. So one of the ways you can control it is, if you need to, you can move your brats to the cold side till the fire calms down, if you have to. Brats is one of them things you don't just put on and take off and leave them. Pretty well clean. But I had wire brushed it several times before I even started the grill. But I like a clean grill. Okay, so here we go. I'm glad I looked at that. I had a little bit of ash up in that top. I forgot I set them pieces of firewood up there. I don't want that on my brats. There we go. Just so none of that gets on my, there we go. I like that. There we go. Tell y'all what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get my tripod and kind of set it right here so I can use both hands. I think that'll be the smartest thing. The one good thing about a tripod is you can get better shots. So number one rule on cooking brats, my rule, like I said, everybody does things different. You don't want to pierce these things. Always use tongs. Tell you what, I'll be right back. These brats, a lot of people spray the grill. To me, it's better to spray the brats. So what I'll do is I'll just lightly spray them, just so they don't stick. I don't want that skin to bust. I don't want to grab hold to that grill and bust. See, if he'd been dry, I wouldn't have been able to pick them up and do that up there. They would have tore just then. Anyway, number one rule. I guess number two rule. Number one rule is always use, and try to get, I mean, if you get metal tongs, that's fine. If you can get these rubber tongs, they're a lot better. You don't want to cut that skin or anything. Because once you do, they start losing the fat in them, and they start fires, and dries them out. Again, I grease the tops of them. That old new rooster I was telling y'all about, he almost makes a pigeon sound for some reason. I've never heard a chicken do that, but he kind of, I don't know why. Maybe that's just his breed, whatever kind of breed he is. If I hear him, if I can get a chance to get him on camera doing it, I'll let y'all hear it. I like Johnsonville, and these Swaggerties are good, but if I had Johnsonville, I'd have grabbed those. But I've had these Swaggerties too, they're good, nothing bad. Just a preference thing. So it's not a paid advertisement, so I can say what I want. Okay, got them all on, so we'll shut the door. And the only thing I don't like about this grill is I don't have no way to damper it, but it seems I got a few holes there at the bottom. A few holes at the top. I mean, it seems to do pretty good in the same way on the other side. But I do like a grill like that PK over there that I can kind of adjust the dampers on it. But I still get by. What this thing is really good for is smoking a turkey or smoking a brisket. You got to stay with it. You got to keep putting wet wood on it, like that cherry or wet some of that soak some of that hickory. Like I was saying earlier, though, brats aren't something that you can just sit on the grill and take off and get busy. It's kind of like bread. If you walk away too long, you're gonna burn them. And I've burnt the bottoms before, and they're still very eatable, but we're going to a homeschool group function. I don't want to show up with burnt bottoms on my brats. I don't mind them being dark brown, and they're gonna be. I'm gonna put some color to them and some grill marks on them. Definitely gonna try to not make them be black. That hickory smells so good, and mixed with that cherry, it's really good. That cherry's been soaking for a couple weeks now. I promise you, it would smoke. I'll do a brisket or something and show y'all how much it smokes. Down here in South Arkansas, a lot of people say there's grilling season. There is no grilling season down here. It's grill year round. I've seen, and I have myself, grilled at 10 degrees and grilled at 100 degrees. There's never a perfect time to grill. You just grill. I kind of like this grill. The fire's a lot lower. Like if it's up here, the bratwurst would be apt to catch on fire a lot quicker. But with that fire being so far away, it's not just right there, and flames not just right there on it, cooking that skin that holds the meat in. You bust some skins, fat's going everywhere. And it'll still it's gonna pressure up and pop. You'll hear it whistling probably. You're gonna have some, but I just don't want to rip one open and just make a mess, dry it out, cause a fire. I seem to be doing good. I'll try to flip them 5-minute intervals. I'll bring you back when I flip. We got something happening. That's perfect. I love that color. We just want to do it without breaking skin. I don't really have to spray the top like I did starting out because they start sweating and they're not dry like they were. Oh yeah, these are doing good. Some of these back here is not cooking as fast as those, but I can rotate. Oh yeah, I'm happy. That's definitely the hot part of the fire. I have to watch it. Hey, they're looking good. They're cooking like I want them to. I may not go 5 minutes that time. I may go about 3. I don't like over handling food and touching it too much, but I just don't really want to burn. Like I said, if it's just us and we're just gonna cook them for a football game or something, I wouldn't be super concerned. But since I'm taking them somewhere, I don't want them to be burnt. Throw a burnt, or not a burnt, but you know, burnt bottom or something on a hot dog bun with some mustard, it tastes good. And that's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. 15 of them. Okay. This little side over here is starting to worry me. I'm gonna kind of scoop some of these others that needs a little extra help cooking. Like the center of that fire is doing really well. Okay, we're gonna scoop some of these over. Make sure that one's okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's not getting too hot. I'm not ready for them to be on the cold side just yet. A little bit cooler. So far, so good. Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah, getting pretty. And they're starting to drip a little, and that right there is what can get you in a bind. So far, so good. Nothing burnt, so I'm happy. I gotta run go get some Tony's. I forgot to get my Tony's. You can't grill without Tony's. I think I can move some of these over to the cool side for right now. Yep. Good. Doing good. I usually set up a table and all when I'm out here grilling, but kind of in a hurry. It's kind of one of them deals we got to start at 6 o'clock tonight, and brats don't take all that long to cook. So really wasn't no sense in setting everything up, but you just set a table up and got everything real handy. Sound like they got some mud grips on that truck. Some more Sound like some of them old, what's them old tires my dad used to buy? Co-op tires. What it sounds like. Okay, we may be real close. Like that. Yes. I'm gonna get into raising hogs, and I think I can find my grandmother and my dad's old recipe. A day. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but the days are getting longer. It's already past 5:30. I hope we get that. I hope Donald Trump changes that daylight savings time permanently. But after we swap back, I like it being, especially gardening and stuff. I love when you got a lot of daylight left after you get off work in the evenings. Get something done. Okay, I believe that's a wrap. I'll wrap them up. I'm gonna show y'all. Am I still going? Yeah. Anyway, that to me, that's how you grill. That's how you charcoal grill. That's just one thing. A lot of people stick them in there and take off, come back and they'll be black. Or they'll put them on before the charcoal lighter fluid burns off. It just, charcoal's, to me, I know a lot of people like gas. A lot of people even like the new electric grills, but to me, charcoal's where it's at. To me, it's more flavorful. But again, that's just my opinion. See ya. Here's an update on Tammy's Black Forest cake. She's got the chocolate cake. She's got the cherry filling, as you can see there under it. And that's her whip topping she made. And that is shaved German chocolate on top. We found a German chocolate bar. And she got a cheese grater or something. Yeah. It called for shaved, so that's how we did it right there. This looks like that's gonna be a good piece of cake there. And I'm ready.
We'll see.
Huh?
We'll see.
Yep.